So, Tiffany, just in case you see this, I'm going to talk like I'm addressing it straight to you since everybody wants to play games and you keep trying to dodge being questioned by me about all this. Because I remember your response here in the driveway when it was all going down. And I was worried about you and all that. And you looked at me and you asked me how I was doing. And I said, I still can't believe this. And I asked you one question and you freaked out. I said, are they really gone? And you said, I can't do this right now. I don't even know why I asked you that question, but I did. Oh, yeah? Do you tell everybody how you were trying to tell me I was great? Uh, how you were trying to manipulate my mom behind my back? How you were trying to manipulate my family behind my back? Why were you doing all that? Oh, I have proof of it. So you can bullshit to the public that doesn't know about it all you want, but you're not going to bullshit me. How did you know to take me around where the accident was that night? How come you spent almost a half an hour running through a house that you knew was empty? How come you were so careless with those kids' lives and where they were and who was taking care of them? So the whole time I'm busting my ass and killing myself to keep our family together and try and give you money and opportunities to do the dreams that you said you had, you're over here destroying everything. Then you're trying to make people believe that it was me. So you're doing the same thing to me that Bethany and Jen did? Why? I gave you over a decade of my life, and all you did was play games and manipulate the whole time. You tell me to my face anything that I've said that was a lie. That's right, you can't. What the fuck? You said you wanted to be taken away from this life and you run right back to it? You deliberately brought people into our lives behind my back that you knew were a problem, and you turned them into a bigger problem. Then you try to act like you didn't do it or have any accountability for what just happened. Yeah, you did. We bought a I bought a piece of property and a place to where you and your brother were good with whatever you wanted to do, and you tried to take it behind my back using stories about abuse against the kids. Wow, that's the same thing Jen did to get Jazz. That's the same thing Bethany did. Never abused her, never abused Jen, never abused you. But of course, that's what you use, right? So the 3 hour talk in Walmart parking lot, that was abuse. Even though everything I talked to you about that night, you deliberately did. Really? When did I ever cheat on you? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, and why do you keep running around trying to tell people that I cheated on you or cheated on Jen with you? You know that's not true. Really? That was the first time that you used the face in the hands thing. Remember at old Walmart when you were told no? I guess that's a lie too. Are you trying to make me out to be what my brother is? That's what you want people to think of me because that's what you are. So you tell me that for 10 years you have nothing but butterflies and good feelings, but you tell everybody else that I was a monster and I abused you and I lie about everything, I manipulate everything. So what have I lied and manipulated? You're a subscriber. I know you watch the stuff. You can answer at any time. Even your video that you put up on TikTok says, "Oh, I don't even know why I do the things I do." Yes, you do. You do them for attention. Why you need that much attention, why you are after attention like that, I have no clue. But you had all my attention, and I did everything for you. It was just me and you against the world. That's the way you wanted it. Uh huh. What, did you think I wasn't going to find out that that's a narcissistic move to alienate me from everybody? At first, no, I never even thought of it that way. Your manipulation was good. Really? Did you tell everybody why we didn't get married? Did you tell everybody that I bought a 600 or 300 and some dollar dress that I had not even seen? What, does people not understand what that means? That means I had something that she paid a lot of money for in my home, and I respected the sanctity of not looking at that dress. So I never did. Even though it was in my closet, I could have looked at it anytime I wanted. I did all that on my own. The sidewalk rule, I did that kind of shit on my own. Just bringing up something else I've done on my own. Didn't even know it was considered a sidewalk rule. I just did it because it was smart. I hate to say it, Lord, but there's times I wish I didn't do it. Look at what these people have done. Jen, she almost got ran over in Elkton by my, uh, well, it wasn't by my mom's boss's boyfriend. He was 2 cars behind the car that almost hit Jen. And he even told her, he said, dude, if he wasn't there that day, you wouldn't be here. And that's the fucking truth. Jen, dude, if anybody knows the main, like, little strip in Elkton, there's 3 lanes there. There's the middle turning lane to go either which way, turn either which way into the shops, or, you know, and then you got one on either side going either direction, and that's it. Well, we crossed the one and got in the middle, and then she looks the way traffic is headed instead of looking at traffic coming towards you, and goes to cross. And I grabbed her by her shirt and pulled her back. And when I did, the freaking car had slammed on its brakes and just missed her. She almost caused an accident. Yeah. But yeah, let's not bring up that stuff. Let's not bring up all the stuff you guys did to cause situations to go the way they did. Let's not talk about any of that. There are men that wear uniforms with a badge that would have done you 10 times worse running into the things that I ran into with you. They wouldn't have just let you hear what they had to say. They would have beat the living shit out of both of you. Jen, you were messing with two 16-year-old twin boys. You were 19 years old. They were 16. Well, about to turn 16. Then they tried to lie about it. Well, that's not that far apart. No, it's not, but that's not the point. The point is she has a kid, a fiance, and she's messing with two minors. They're still minors. They lived at home with their mom. They rode bikes every day. They weren't even on the same life level as she was. It was that BPD thing. They gave her attention. She caught their eye. She liked it. She kept going. It turned into worser things. That's the way it always goes with them because they like the attention. That's why they're so promiscuous because they like the attention. Yeah, Google will give you an outline of some of this stuff, okay? But Google doesn't know everything, and a lot of psychiatrists shouldn't even have a license because of the way they do shit. Um, there's other ones that are very, very good at what they do. So, good luck, but it's hard to find people that know what the hell they're talking about, and everybody knows that. That's why doctors are so hard to find, good ones, because there's a lot that have good reviews, but they should never be a doctor. Which makes you wonder where the hell do they get these reviews? Because what? Everything you've done has been messed up and wrong. So, who's giving you a good review? Yeah, I jump around to little things, but I feel I covered the gist of this segment that I stated, and it reminds me of other things, so I go into it. Yeah, those are squirrel moments for me. Yeah. Never said I didn't have ADHD. I said I was high functioning, which means even though I do that, I notice it. There's other people that don't notice it for a long time and it messes with a lot of things. I notice it. I even use it to my advantage. Well, not to my advantage, but I use it, because my brain's going to do it anyway. So I just make sure I pay attention and be like, oh, back to this, oh, back to that, finish up this, finish up that, and I make it a game. That way, my brain doesn't get tired of one thing it's doing and just not want to do it. So I jump back and forth. And it slowly but surely leads me to finish. Right. Which that's why I'm considered high functioning because most people with ADHD are known for getting distracted and not finishing. I finish. That's the whole reason why I got into construction and flooring because I can't get paid unless I finish. So it forced me to get my ADHD in order so I could work with it. That's the way I think. I go after things that are problems so I can address them and fix them the best I can. Like anxiety. I became a salesman so I could work on anxiety. That's facing it. That's not running from it. That's not putting a band aid on it. The weed helps to make me to where I don't think about it so much. It helps with the overthinking part, which activates the anxiety and things like that. So that's why I use that. It slows the brain down so I can put things into perspective better. And that's why I'm able to do the things I'm able to do. I am better without smoking weed, but other people don't understand me. So, me smoking weed slows me down to where I can put it into some type of perspective for other people to understand sometimes. Sometimes they get a little bit of it and not the full. I'm out of time.